Hi there, it's Carol with Carol B Crafts. Today we'll be doing project number 7 in my Picture Perfect Birthday online class. My Picture Perfect Birthday online class will be available through April 30th, 2018. You can get the details on how you can get the class materials to make 6 cards and 3 of these adorable gift bags absolutely free with a $60 retail purchase using the host code on my website www.carolbcrafts.com. Now all the dimensions and supplies will be on my blog, so you can check that out as well. And so today we'll be doing, so you'll have a kit to do either these 3 or these 3 depending on which kit you have. These are the kits, so this would be the kit. If you have this kit, you'll be making these 3. If you have this kit, you'll be making these 3. Now these are very similar. These especially have the same ribbon and all the same elements on them. They're just different paper. Same with these, but the ribbon is different. But this part is the same, just different paper. And then these are a little bit different colors. The designs are the same, but the colors are different. The ribbon is different as well. So I'm not going to make all 6 of these with you. I'm only going to make probably 1 or 2. I'm not sure yet, but you won't get lost, I promise. So let me go ahead and we'll see what's in our kit. Now in your kit, regardless of which one you get, you'll have pretty much the same thing. I'm just going to open this one here. You'll have enough to make 3 of the little gift bags or treat bags. You'll have 3 of these little clips, and I'll put the name on the screen for them. They go with the Picture Perfect Party DSP, and that's the DSP that we are using to make these little gift bags or treat bags, whichever you're going to use them for. It could be either one. I think they would be great for a little gift card, to put a little gift card in. Now before we get too much further, I want to show you where I got how I got these pieces for the gift bags. It's the Mini Treat Bag Thinlits Dies. This is a really nice set. I have to admit I haven't used it that much, but since I have used it, I'm really impressed with it. It has a few little cutouts like "for you" and "enjoy" words. And so how I came to get these bags. You have this piece and you have this piece. Now this will fit perfectly on a 6x6 sheet of paper like this. And so if you have the magnetic platform for your Big Shot, it's nicer because it'll just sit right there on it, and you can run it through. You don't even have to use, I didn't even have to use like any kind of tape or anything. So you'll do one on a 6x6, you'll do the bigger piece, and then on the other piece of 6x6, you actually only have to use half of it. So then I put this half, this piece here, was on this half. So if you wanted to make 2 bags, you could make 2 bags out of 3 6x6 pieces of paper. I think that's pretty cool too. So that shows you where we got the little bags, and it actually scores for you where you need to fold, which is pretty nice too. And I love this DSP. I've really enjoyed working with it. Now these are all 12-inch pieces of ribbon. Peekaboo Peach, the Lemon Lime Twist, and the Melon Mambo, not Melon Mambo, Berry Burst metallic edge ribbon. So let's see, let's go ahead and figure out, I'll have to use this to help me. So for this bag uses, this bag actually goes with the other one. I must have been confused. Okay, hold on. This bag goes with this set, and this bag goes with the other set. Okay, so this bag we need, I may have to do this differently than I planned. So we need the Peekaboo Peach, Scallop Circle, the Lemon Lime Twist oval, not circle, Lemon Lime Twist oval, and then these two little white ovals for our sentiment. That's from the Stitch Edge Shapes Framelits. So that's one bag. So let me see. I'm going to try my best not to get confused here. So if you have the other bag, which is this, you would have your paper that has the little horns things you blow through. This right here, the little party favors, they look like little horns. You would have that bag. You would have a Berry Burst Scallop Circle, a Pool Party oval, and then your two white stitch ovals, and then your Berry Burst, 12 inches of Berry Burst ribbon. So you'll just follow along, but you'll just use those instead of these, okay? So we have all of those set over there, and it looks like it has a silver. And you might have to switch out the colors because I couldn't give you the same colors for every bag because of the way the bags were that they came. So we have this one bag here, so we have everything there we need except the ribbon. Put the ribbon there, Peekaboo Peach. It'll be Berry Burst if you have the other one. Now for the striped one, we're going to need the Lemon Lime Twist, a piece of the white, and this is 3 1/8 by 2 1/8. I'll have all of these dimensions on my website. 3 1/8 by what did I say? 2 1/8. And then this is a piece of Lemon Lime Twist that has been embossed with the new Scattered Sequins folder. So that is 3 by 2. So this is just 1/8 of an inch bigger than that, the white. And then you have a scalloped oval, and then you have 2 of the white, the Whisper White. So let me go ahead and tell you that the scalloped circle for this and for this other one, this one, is going to be the 4th largest scalloped oval die in the Layering Ovals Framelits dies. So that's the 4th largest. And then all of the white sentiments for all the bags is the 3rd largest stitched oval from the Stitch Shapes Framelits. So that's the third largest. Now the only difference is the ones with the ribbon will be the 3rd largest scalloped oval. And the 5th largest oval for the green. 3rd largest scallop oval. Yeah, 3rd largest scallop, 5th largest oval, and then the 3rd largest Stitch Shapes ovals. So I'm hoping I'm not confusing you, but let's get on to our making our project. And then for the it looks like I have a Berry Burst clip that goes with that one, but again you may have to change them around. Now for this one, so we have everything for that. For this one we have the same thing, the 2 1/8 by 3 1/8 Whisper White, the 12 inches of Berry Burst metallic ribbon, Now this one is the 2 by 3 inches, but it's been run through the Simple Stripes folder. And if you remember, I told you that one of the tricks that I use for the Simple Stripes folder is I have a piece of the window sheets in here, and I use the same one over and over. So you can just put that in there with your window sheet, and you won't have as much problem with the tearing as you do if you don't use that. So we have these, and somewhere we should have 2 more of our little, because I gave you 2 per project. Here they are. This one had more than its fair share. Okay, so here we have this project. So I think that's the best way to do it. And then here's your clip for that. I think that's the best way to do it, is go ahead and set everything together. Now if you have the bows, you're going to have everything's the same except you have the bow paper and you have the white metallic or silver metallic ribbon instead of the berry burst. So that's the only difference. So you need to put everything here with that. And then this one is the same. The little flat circle paper is the same as this one here. So, and it has the lemon lime twist. So you'll need to use that as your pattern. So I think the best thing for us to do is go ahead and do our stamping. So get all of your little white ovals. They're all the same, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Set each of your little groupings aside. Now these are photopolymer stamps, so I'm going to use my Pierce mat to give them a little cushion. I have my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. You could try to do this without the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, but I'm going to use mine because I think it's easier, less stressful. And then for the stamp, I'm using Treat Yourself stamp from the Picture Perfect birthday stamp set that we've been using. Now the only color of ink that we need for this project is basic black. So we'll go ahead and ink up our stamp and make our impression on our, I shouldn't pound that so hard, make our impression on our Stamp-A-Ma-Jig sheet. Now I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the back of these, and don't worry that it's not going to stick on it's not going to leave goo on your pad. At least it doesn't on mine. I hope it doesn't on yours. After I tell you that it won't, then you'll be upset with me. But you can always get it off with some tape if you need to. Alright, so I have that in place. I'm going to ink up my stamp. Go straight down and straight up. Okay, and then we're going to do that for, we need 3 good images, but you could go ahead and do all 6 just in case you want to use them for later. Okay, so I went ahead and did all 6, and so I'm going to pick my 3 best, put my ink away, and we'll be back to finish our first bag. Okay, so we're going to set the 3 best ones aside over here. I'm going to let them dry a little bit. I found that ink, if I do something with it too soon before it dries, I've had it smear on me lately. So I'm just going to let it dry. Let's go ahead and get our first bag out, which would be this one or this one. Whoops, no, not that one. This one. So we'll have this one with the gifts, or this one with the party favors. Now we'll caution you, if you have this set here, that there are actually more than, there's one larger berry burst oval scalloped over and a smaller one, 2 smaller ones. You want to use the largest one of them in your bag for that, for this bag here. And then you're going to use your pool party, and then you'll need one of your treat yourselves, and you'll need your berry burst ribbon. So if you have this one, that's what you need. If you have this one, this is what you need. So we're going to go ahead and put it together, and find your get a bone folder, find your creases, and then fold away like that, and then get your bone folder and crease your fold. So you'll have one there on the side, and then you'll have one at the bottom here, a little tab like that. So that's the ones for this piece, side and bottom. And then on this one you have just the side. So we'll just start it up here and finish it with our bone folder. And you'll do this, whoops, that one, gotta be careful. I'm going to stick to that original fold. It's getting a little creative there. I don't want it to. Okay, so you'll do that. If you have these, you'll do the same with this paper here. And now you have two options, well, three actually. You have fast fuse, which is always good for three-dimensional projects. And you have the tear and tape, which is my favorite for 3D projects. And then if you don't have either of those, you can use your snail. Now, if you don't put something heavy in here, I think you will be okay with the snail, but if you're going to put something that might put pressure on the seams, you definitely want to use your tear and tape or your snail. So I'm going to use the tear and tape, and go ahead and do that. And the reason it's called tear and tape is because that's exactly what you do. You tear it. You tear the tape. So I'll find my end here. It's always fun. And I'm going to put this here, because this is actually going to go on the inside. So I'm going to tear it now. Be careful not to tear your paper. Okay, so I have that down on the bottom flat on the printed side that I want. Now on this one, I'm going to put it on the reverse side, and I'm going to put it here on the other piece that doesn't have that tape. So we'll put the tear and tape there along the edge, as close as you can get without going over, and then tear it or cut it. If you don't want to tear it, you can always cut it. So this is what we have. Tape here on this flap on the inside, tape here on this flap on the outside. So the only other thing that we have is to put tape on this flap here, and this is going to go on the side that has the print. So we'll just put a piece here, can kind of be in the middle of that little flap, and then just tear it. And I like to take my bone folder and kind of burnish this tape once I've got it in there, just to make sure it has a nice firm grip on the paper. Okay, so now we're ready to put it together. I'm trying to remember how I did that before. The easiest way, I think the easiest way was to turn it this way. Yeah, I think that was right. So I have my small piece here with my jagged edge up at the top, and my larger piece here on the right with the jagged edge at the top. I'm going to remove this tape. Now this corner, once that flap is down, you want that to match up with this edge. So we're going to match those edges, and then we're going to match the seam. And then once we have it, whoops, it slid. Once we have it where we want it, we're going to push it down like this. So you should have it like that when you're done. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tape off of this little flap at the bottom, flip it over. Now when you do this, you want to match the edges at the bottom like that. It might be a little puckered. That's okay, because you want it to be a little puckered. So if you match it at the bottom, it's going to be a little puckered, and that will give you room to put something in it. If you put it too tight, you're not going to be able to fit anything too big in there. So same thing over here. Now we're going to take this one off, this tape off, and match it to the bottom, and then do the center. And then we have our little envelope. Now you can choose to put your envelope, now I bent my envelope towards the back. If you want to bend it towards the front so that it looks more like that, you can. I think for this, I like to have a more clean front so that it looks more like an envelope. And what you'll want to do is, you don't have to do this if you don't have a scoreboard, but it's much easier if you have a scoreboard. So let me bring in my scoring tool, and what I'm going to do is put this with the front facing up, and I believe, let me see how much at 1 inch. So put it in the corner here and here. Take your scoring tool, stylist, and it's at 4 1/4. So we are going to score it. It's at 5 1/4. So we're going to score it 1 inch shorter at 4 1/4. And by scoring it, it'll be a nicer fold. If you don't have your scoring tool, then you can always fold it, but it won't be as clean of a fold. So see how nicely that folds over? So I folded, I did it to the front, and then I folded it to the back. I'll get my bone folder out again. And now it's ready to put these on, this part here. So if you have this one, you'll use the Peekaboo Peach. If you have this one, you'll use the largest Berry Burst, then the Lemon Lime Twist Oval, and then the Pool Party Oval, and then you'll need your little treat yourself. So we'll go ahead and put those together. Start by putting my Lemon Lime Twist on. And put it in the center. Okay, so we have that, and now I'm going to do the treat yourself. I think it should be dry enough now that I can put that on. And then it's just going to go on the front. Now if you wanted a little dimension, you could put that on with some glue, some dimensionals, but I like it just the way it is. Now I found that to put the bow on, it's easier to go ahead and put the clip on your bag in the center. Take your ribbon, and this side of the clip, that's this side right here, you're going to put it through the back and bring it around front like that. So you have that, and then it's easier for me if you just, to me, it's easier if you just put it up like that, so you have a little bit of resistance. Okay, to tie our bow, we want it to be a little bit longer on this side than this side. We're going to bring this into a loop, wrap this around, try to keep it flat here as you bring it around. Then you're going to push it through that loop that you just made and then pull it. And you'll have to play with it. Make sure the sides, the ends don't go through. Okay, so once you've played with it enough that you like it, you can take your scissors and trim it to the edges to the size that you want. So we're done with that bag. So we have our first treat bag done. And you'll do the same with this one. You'll just do the largest berry burst oval, scalloped oval, this, and then here. And then you'll just tie your bow with the same way that I tied that one. Okay, so now we're ready to do these. You'll have either the stripe bag or the circles pattern bag. You'll have the whisper white, a lemon lime twist with the sequins folder. You'll have one of the berry burst scalloped ovals, and then you'll have your, we've already used those, so you'll have your stamped image to go on top. Now I'm not going to make this bag for you because you've already watched me make the bag once, so you know how to make the bag to put the adhesive on or use your tear and tape. So I'm just going to show you how it goes together. So you'll have this and this, and then for the bow, we're going to do this bow a little differently because we want it to be going in this direction instead of this direction. So go ahead and put, when you get to this point where you've got everything on there, you're going to do this bow, and you'll do the same thing from the back, put it through, and then match up the ends, and then close that down. Okay, so since we want it on this side, we're going to do it a little bit differently. This time we're going to put, last time we looped this edge, this time we want the bow going this way, so we're going to loop this edge and bring this around, push it through our little loop that we just made, and we're going to pull it tight. And then we'll have our bow like that. It's a little bit, have to play with it a little bit and pull it around if you want it to be more towards the edge. And then you're just going to trim your ends, and then you'll have this bag. Same with this, you just do everything just like you do for this bag. And then we'll do the next bags. Okay, for the next bags, we have the, I'm not even sure what that, I think it's like those long sprinkles type of pattern that you put on cupcakes. So we have that paper. So if you have that paper, you'll need your Berry Burst metallic edge ribbon and your clip. And for this we have the white, the Bermuda Bay, put through our simple stripes folder, another one of the Berry Burst scallop ovals, and then our sentiment. And then on this one we have the white silver metallic edge ribbon, the bow paper, and then the same thing with the, let me turn that around, and then our clip. So pretty much the ribbon is going to be the same. So I'll go ahead and let you get all of that together, and I'll show you how the ribbon is done. So it's pretty much the same. Put our clip on, and the ribbon's going to go in from the back to the front. Even it up a little. I put it underneath the little clip here to hold it in place. Now we want the ribbon facing this way, so we're going to start on this side and loop. Bring this other one around and through and pull. Tighten it up. Okay, now we have that ribbon, so then you would just trim it to whatever you wanted it. Okay, so I think that is everything. I hope it's not too confusing. It's pretty much the same process over and over. Okay, so here at the end you should have 3 beautiful little gift bags or treat bags that you can use to make someone's day special. Thanks for tuning in, and again, check out my website www.carolbcrafts.com to see what current classes I offer, or this class kit will be available through April 30th, 2018. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.